Hello, my name is Lark Lowe. I run Black Kids in Outer Space. I'm just testing this out to see what is happening. I'm going to kind of give you like my manifesto of life. I have two passions: bicycles and early child education, which I think is like a weird kind of connection. But, to me, in my perfect world, a world that's perfect would be a world where a child could ride their green tricycle up the middle of our central city or our downtown. And people kind of go, that's kind of a weird dream. Like why is that a dream for you? And the reason why that's a dream for me is because what would we have to have in place for a child to be able to ride a green tricycle up the center of the major road? What kind of supports would we have to have for that child's parents or guardians? What kind of support would we have to have of the physical infrastructure? What kind of support will we have for our social systems? Things like riding a bicycle or teaching your child how to do that or having the time to do that. In our society now, because we have to get up so early, because we have to go to work and we have to work so late and we're always in a hurry, you know, we have to kind of think, you know, in regards to our life and even in regards to the bicycle. People are like, well, we can have the exact same life we have now if we all rode bicycles. Actually, we couldn't have the same life that we have now because things would have to go more slowly and not in a bad way. I mean, the thing is this is that why is it great or why is it a good thing that people are going quickly or fast everywhere? Why is it that we all have to work so hard in order to do things, basic things like eating and paying rent? This is not sustainable. The world that we have it right now is not sustainable. Our cars are not sustainable. Um, you know, when I think about streets and when I think about when they talk about safety, the streets are going to be safe. I don't want safe as a low bar. Safe is a very low bar. And I kind of feel that the bicycle in a way is a microcosm to it. You can compare it to other things, such as, I compare it to the issues in regards to race, in regards to myself. There's this bar for people who are of African descent that as long as people are not calling you racial slurs, as long as people are, tolerant of you, then that's fine. But it doesn't really matter if we own property or own anything or have any control over anything, as long as people let us be in a space. Well, the thing is that, this nothing belongs to anybody. We all are supposed to be sharing this space. Just like when you're, on the road, we're all supposed to be sharing the road. Just because I'm on a bicycle or I'm African American doesn't mean that my place is I should be happy with you just allowing me some space. We're all supposed to be sharing a space. It's not your space to allow me in. It's not your space to allow me in as a bicyclist. It's not your space to allow me in as a Black woman. And I think that, people kind of, oh, we don't want to compare bicycles and race. And no, we do not. But me as a person of color, me as a Black person, me viewing my bicycle as a symbol of how to discuss oppression, how to discuss social justice. And to me, it's just so important for us to kind of realize that we are all sharing this. The road is simply to me a symbol of the larger parts of life. We're all sharing all of this, and we're all supposed to share. The fact that we have to make laws so that you won't kill me, you know, economically or physically, that to me makes no sense. Of course, we need to make these laws, but the fact that we have to make laws like if a person is riding their bicycle and they're 3 feet, and don't just pass by them really quickly. Um, you can't kill someone because of their race. I mean, the fact that we have to make these laws just shows the kind of world that we live in and how much we need to actually change and do in regards to making things fair and making things that that can be shared, and also changing our values. Our values are really not okay. They're not okay. We need to be doing, we need to have other things that we view are important, more things, and we need to be people centric instead of, you know, thing centric. I think about placemaking and the places for people. I mean, I think we should have, a place for people making. I understand what people are trying to say, but we're always trying to take the people out of spaces. Now when you see architects or planners, they'll put people, but they'll be white people. Um, so they have like this kind of idea that we're going to remove the Black and Latinx people from neighborhoods in Los Angeles and in New York and in Chicago because we are things, and we're things that are in the way of other things. So I think that that's a challenge.